horses can show fear in many different ways. And as you can see, this horse here it's pretty obvious to see that the horse is fearful. Where we have trouble recognizing fear is in a horse like this one. This horse is showing fear in a different way. The other one's showing with a flight response. This one is showing with a freeze response. Both of them are caused by the same thing. You have no connection to the hind end. The first one, it's trying to run off with you. This horse, its hind end is stuck in the ground. And the way we kind of fix this is I will anyhow, kind of get a horse up into a little fear and try to get that fear to have some contact with your hand and then go back to the feet so you can have control while a horse is up in a fear state of mind. And as you can see, this horse is really fearful, and so I just kind of back off. I don't want this horse deadly afraid of this flag. People find it hard to realize or recognize that this same horse can show two extreme levels on it, but this is pretty common in horses.
Very good. So again, she softens into it. So it's not about it's wave and leave. This is about it's here, acknowledge it, be a part of it. So anytime she comes a little closer to it, it'll go away. Okay. So, you know, because I don't want her afraid of it. No. She's got to acknowledge that it's here. Because again, this is life, and she's putting that pressure there.
Yeah, she's putting it on. You're a post.
Yeah, and when she takes the pressure off, this goes away. So she's learning that, hey, I control the outside pressures. So, and with this pressure, I like them to come up into it, because then if she gets scared when I'm riding her, and I take hold of her, at least that has meaning. Yeah. So that's, yeah, there you go, good. And again, this is no different. This stays, whatever it is, 4 inches away. I don't really care where she goes, but she's got to wear it. There you go. There you go. Good. Because I'm getting dizzy. I don't like getting dizzy. There you go. Good. There you go. Good. That's better. Good. Good.
You can see where she's really protective, and she's standing there quite braced, and you can see that there's quite a bit of fear comes up every time I bring the flag up. And you can watch her left hind. She's very protective with her left hind close to her tail.
There you go, better. I'd like her to move a little, because this is like that. You can sack them and they just stand there. It doesn't mean they learned anything. They just loaded it all up inside. You know, there's a nice change. That's better. Good girl.
You didn't get to see the big expression and field expression in the rope that I did. But once she made that nice big change, then what I did is I just let her soak on it. And then when I reintroduced the flag, it's not as big a deal.
Yeah, good. Hang in there. Hang in there.
Here she's mentally running away again, and I just kind of want to get some control. So I'll take a little contact And then I'm gonna ask for her to start the step.
I just want her to move her hind end right now. Just so that she can move her feet and kind of, there you go. And not just kind of just sit there and freeze. Yeah, she kind of, there you go. Freezing horses aren't fun. You rode enough of them because you don't know what they're going to do after. At least a runaway, you know where they're going. So, because you're always worried of what's going to happen after the freeze. So I don't like these horses to freeze here too long.
Horses that have chosen to run away on you, basically that's all you're dealing with is the runaway issue. But a froze horse, with those you don't really know. They get a couple options. They're either going to run, or they're going to start moving and buck, or they're going to turn around and bite you. So you don't really know what you're doing. At least the runaway horse, you're just dealing with the run.
Okay, so your dad's gonna be here in about 5 or 10 minutes.
Cute. Yep.
Just because you did one side and you got it better and the horse isn't as fearful on one side, always make sure you go down and do the other side, because you never know what you're going to have on the other side. It's a whole fresh horse over there. I might add that this is an older broke horse, and this horse would have had some fear issues somewhere along the way, where it got tangled up in some wire or ropes, or maybe a dog came out and scared it, and then this was never really solved within this horse. So by bringing this flag issue in here and kind of raising the temperature a little, then we can find a way that this horse can cope with it and have a coping mechanism, and hopefully be better in the future. This is pretty common for older horses to have these type of issues. We just kind of get by with them and steal rides on them is what I call it, and we never really get the issue solved. But like I say, if we have a field that goes from the rein to the tail, then we have a chance of staying out of a lot of wrecks.
She gets mad when you want to take that. Like, she's locked it about her withers now. No. Like, we got a little out of here, but not enough to kind of, and you can, when you really kind of mentally put the screws to her, then she gets kind of, there you go, good. Close, there. So now if I pick up this shank, I pick it up and I say, do I have your feet? Boom. But you see, she left it out. But I never asked her to finish. I just wanted to pick it up and see, do I have your feet? And that was the first, she kind of softened back and she said, I'll give it to you, but I'm not going to give it a right, you know. But I'll take that, because I haven't earned the right to ask a lot, because we haven't played that long. So I'm pretty happy that she's starting to say, when I pick this up, it's going to that tail. Boom. Yeah.